Welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. All right, another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of CyberCEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show right now. Jason, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you today?
I'm doing perfect. Thank you very much for asking. And of course, giving us your time. I know you're very busy. So to get the show on the road, just wanted to let you know we have a lot of listeners who are also business owners just like you. So need your help here, Jason. Can you introduce yourself to our audience? Maybe let's start off with, what is your role in the business?
Sure. So I've got a couple of roles in the business. My wife and I have a real estate team, Bonds Realty Group in Buford, Georgia. And so we partner in that. We do about 170 transactions per year, somewhere around 55 million per year in that team. So, but I'm also an OP of 4 offices, GM of a 13 office group. And so I do a lot more than just in the real estate team. And so 𝗙ន់cie is running, my wife. 𝗙ន់cie is my business partner, and she's the one who primarily runs Bonds Realty Group. Then I'm working primarily in our market centers and then back and forth in the real estate team.
Gosh, I can only imagine how busy you are every day. Quite busy.
It's a fun ride. We do great things with great people. And so I love what I do. I've been doing it for 26 years and can't see myself doing anything else.
That's the most important thing, especially in any kind of business, in anything that you do, loving what you're doing, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Now, if you don't mind me asking, I also know for a fact that you have a cyberbacker supporting you in the business, correct?
Certainly do, yes. 𝗙ına's amazing.
How long have you been working with Cyberbacker, by the way?
You know, we've been working with 𝗙ına since August of 2021.
August. Now, before 𝗙ına, your Cyberbacker was supporting you in the business. Just want to know, did you have experience working with other remote team members before?
We did have we had a remote team member about 6 years ago, and we didn't have a great experience with that particular team member and with that particular organization. It was completely different than Cyberbacker. The way that you guys brought wonderful candidates to us in the interview process, and then did a great job of kind of digging into what is it that we need to be able to move the business forward, free up some time, and then taking what our list was and the candidate that we selected, and then training 𝗙ına. 𝗙ına's amazing. She does a great job. Y'all did a wonderful job of training her and continuing to support her. And so we did have that experience before. We didn't feel like that person was as productive. And so we ended up parting ways and going with someone local that time. This time has been completely different than that time.
Of course, Cyberbacker is here, of course, to become an accountability partner to you as well, and to help your business grow, of course. Now, talking about 𝗙ına, I'd like to know more about 𝗙ına within your perspective, your eyes. Can you tell me something about her?
Oh, man, she's just an amazing young lady who is eager to work. She's very talented. She's got a lot of drive and determination. My wife and I, in interviewing her, really loved her background and her story. She had a story of grit and determination, of overcoming some obstacles and not letting things get her down or quitting through difficult times, but also not letting those difficult times define her either. And so we just, and she just has this wonderful countenance, and we love communicating with her every day, and she does a wonderful job. So she's a wonderful team member for us, and we hope and pray that we are have a good positive impact on her in her life as well.
Maybe next time we can get you and 𝗙ına on the show so we can both know, right?
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, I'm sure she'd love that too.
Of course. Now, Jason, I just wanted to know, since you have experience working with someone virtually already, I want to know, what makes this type of a partnership work? What makes it a successful partnership, Jason?
What makes it a successful partnership? So in general, virtual leverage is great because you guys do a great job of identifying and finding super talented and well-equipped team members where we don't have to go through that hiring process. And one of the biggest challenges for real estate agents is they don't want to hire one person or more than one person simply because I don't have time for the hiring process. I don't have time to place ads. I don't have time to go through the candidates. Well, you all did all of that front work for us. And then when we were able to select a talented team member, you guys did the onboarding and the training, and you partner with us in the accountability through that. Not only the training for what we were doing right away, but also just last week, I said, "Hey, 𝗙𝗃, do you have experience with this? And can one of your folks there help you and train you on this particular thing?" She said, "Yes." I talked with my growth backer. They said this, and I'm getting in the module today, and I'll let you know tomorrow. And this week, she's gone through that module. She's gotten up and running with that, and we're ready to launch with that specific skill. So that is great. And then just practically, having someone that is available to take on those, not only the daily tasks that we have 𝗙𝗃 doing, but also there are many, many times where I say, 𝗙𝗃, I've got a task, I've got a project. Can you help me with something? Yes, absolutely. Here it is. Here's the Google Doc. Here's the link. Can you please take care of this for me? Definitely. She checks right back in later. It's done. Here it is.
Over here, because of course here in Cyberbacker, the training doesn't stop. We believe in that every day you can grow in a small or in a very big way, of course. So it really never stops. Now, you already touched base on tasks. I want to know more. What are the things that 𝗙𝗃 does for you in the business that really helps you save time and, of course, focus on the business?
So in the real estate team, and so she kind of has a couple of different roles because she supports 𝗙𝗃 and the team and me also. So in the team, she does a lot of, 𝗙𝗃 needs her to help with accountability tracking with our field sales agents. So one of the biggest challenges, agents are in the field, they're doing what they do. They don't want to do the tracking. It's sometimes cumbersome and difficult. They just want to go and have more conversations and get more clients. But the accountability tracker is so valuable in one-on-one conversations with an agent to help them to pursue their goals, to help them to achieve what they want to achieve and earn what they want to earn. And so 𝗙𝗃 helps us every week by making sure that the accountability tracker is up to date, it's accurate. If the agent hasn't put the information in, she will reach out to them and she'll put it in for them. But she makes sure that every time we have a one-on-one with an agent, that we have all of the information we need to have a productive conversation with that agent to help them to stay on track and on path. That's one of the things, she works we have Boomtown, which is one of our online lead generation platforms. And so she's trained on that. She kind of, in conjunction with the accountability, makes sure that the agent has a certain amount of leads available to them at any point in time, making sure things are in the right, you have the right tags, they're in the right qualify, nurture, hot, they're labeled correctly. She data mines to make sure we have all of the right information on our contacts in the database from an incubation conversion standpoint, and also from a 50-touch database perspective. She has the capability to data mine and make sure that our contact records are complete. Boomtown drip campaigns. She works with our closing spreadsheet too. So she makes sure that all of the information is accurate and correct and complete on our closing spreadsheet from a running the business perspective. I like that because I can always see pipeline potential. Yes. and future revenue. Lead sources, she'll dig down into where did those leads come from so that we can properly source leads so that we can deploy the ad spend properly and get lean into the things that are actually creating business for the team and the business. She does some light marketing things like with Canva to create some sign-up sheets and spreadsheet or event things. 𝗙𝗃 is the chairperson on ALC of a committee, and she does some things for that committee with flyers and artwork and things like that. She also kind of keeps the Bonds Realty Group training and events calendar up to date and something nice so that the agents can see what's coming up within our team. Yeah, cross-reference the database for accuracy. I have her periodically going into my email and cleaning and unsubscribing on a lot of things. So she does that on a fairly regular basis just to keep my inbox clean from a junk mail subscription perspective, and that's super helpful for me. And then there's just a lot of
everyday tasks,
project type things. Yeah. So again, we'll have meetings, and I'll have her do RSVP sheets or pull reports for me so that I can invite the right people to these meetings. And then we have things we're adding that are on the timeline. And because even all of that, she still is saying, hey, 𝗙𝗍 and Jason, any additional tasks I can do for you today? I've finished this. What more can you give me? And so she's constantly asking for more. And so we're just layering in as she continues to build efficiency in those different areas she's already doing. As her time allows, we will layer in these other things. So,
because that's very exciting, of course, because she already has a lot on her plate, but she still manages to ask for more. Imagine just someone who is very accountable for everything that they do. And of course, someone who's very growth-minded to ask for more things of where they can help, right?
Yep. You have to push talent. Talent pushes you. And so she's constantly asking for, what else can I do? Is there anyone else that needs something from me? Yes. Whereas in the previous relationship, again, I mentioned previously having virtual leverage, we felt like that person was disconnected during work hours. And sometimes we would go and ask for something and that person would be non-responsive. And the other company was nowhere near as dialed in, number one, with the candidate, and number two, ongoing with the relationship and accountability. So
again, that accountability piece is very important in this type of a partnership, because imagine this person is like thousands of miles away. If there's no accountability, then how are you going to build on the relationship, right?
Absolutely. And you know what? She sends us a good morning communication every day that she begins working, every day that she finishes work. She says, y'all have a great rest of your day. And she sends an email with all of the accomplished tasks of the day. We have the folks in Cyberbacker that she's directly working with will reach out to me and say, hey, we had a coaching meeting this week with 𝗙𝗍. Here are the strengths. Here are the challenges. Here are the things she's working on. Here's what she might need more from you. What else do you need from her? So there's also another layer within Cyberbacker of communication where we're continuing to have that accountability conversation. Now, here's the thing. I don't think 𝗙𝗍 needs that extra layer of accountability because she's already self-accountable and self-motivated. However, it's great to have that other layer because we do know that, hey, there's a whole team there working with us to make sure that we get, the best possible experience.
Yes, of course. It's definitely true. Now, Jason, I still have one last question for you. As I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of business owners who are listening to us right now. What piece of advice would you be able to give them when they're hiring their very own Cyberbacker?
Piece of advice would be to do it quicker, quite honestly, because I think that we battle with that conversation in our head. Should we do it? Should we not do it? I have things I don't know about, so it's unfamiliar territory. And so people will shy away from taking that step out. And so I would say that the best thing that you can do is do it sooner, because the sooner that you get in the process, the sooner you can get connected with a talented person, the sooner that you can free up that time and just have an amazing team member, on the team with you. You guys work so hard to make sure that we are getting so much more value than what we pay for. And agents are scared of leverage because they don't want to hire and they don't want to onboard, teach, train team members. You guys take all of those difficult things away. And so do it sooner. That's what I would say.
Of course, that's the most important thing. Again, is what you mentioned. The match, of course, having that perfect team member. Really need to go over there and get that perfect fit, because of course you're going to be working with this person almost every day of the week, so the match has to be there. Now, we've been talking about 𝗙𝗍 for a while now, by the way, Jason. I forgot to tell you that she's listening. Would you want to give her a quick shout out or any message you'd like to share to her on the show right now?
No, I didn't know 𝗙𝗍 was listening. Hey 𝗙𝗍, you're awesome. We love working with you. But we tell her that all the time. So it's nothing she hasn't heard. There's nothing that I've said in this call that we have not had a conversation about. So
we are very excited to see where this partnership would grow to, especially in the next few months and the years to come. Jason, thank you very much for being on the show today.
Sure thing. Appreciate your time.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.